I know some of you can be a little weary about installing Windows themes, so I'm going to show you a Windows icon pack that allows you to at least dip your toes into Windows theming. To start off, there's always one thing we want to do, and that's create a restore point. So click on the Windows key, type in restore, and press enter, and it'll pop up with the System Properties tab. All you need to do is click on Configure, then click Turn on System Protection, press Apply, press OK, then click Create, and you want to create a restore point. Call this something very helpful, like before. Just type it something that makes sense. I can't type, so I put before window. And once you do that, all you need to do is wait for it to create a restore point, and once it does, click Close, then click OK. A restore point is kind of like a backup point in case we really mess up. Basically like playing Fallout, but we create the save point before we kill, a whole bunch of people. Anyways, so moving on, you need to go to the first link in the description and you will see 7TSP GUI 2019 edition. You need to log into your DeviantArt account. And once you log in, all you need to do is click on the download button there. I've already downloaded it. Next up, you need to go to the second link in the description and you will see the icon pack. All you need to do is make sure you're logged in at the top right, click on the download button, and it will download the icon pack. Next up, there will be the third link in the description, which should be labeled Wallpapers, and you will see these nice little wallpapers. So feel free to choose one that you want. I kind of like this Bliss Night. All you got to do is click on the one you want, then click on the download button on the top right. So once you have your wallpaper, feel free to go to your downloads folder, and we need to start off by actually installing 7TSP GUI. So double click on the zip file, and it'll open up this thing. You need to drag the 7TSP GUI into your downloads folder. Open up your downloads folder, and you will see the 7TSP GUI.ee. You need to right-click the file, click Rename, and change .ee to .exe. So it turns into an application, press Yes, and it will turn into an application. Next up, you need to go into the Windows 10 Insider Preview icon theme, double-click on it. Then you need to drag this folder into your downloads, then go to your downloads, and it might take a little bit to copy over, and once you drag it over, you need to open up the folder that you dragged over to your download, so that's Windows 10 Insider Preview Icons Update 6, what a mouthful, double-click on it. Then you need to go to 7TSP Themes, double-click on that, and you will see these files here, and you will see a .remove. Now, if we go back to our web browser real quick, and we go to the themes, you notice that we have a couple options. We have slate, purple, green, blue, and yellow. If you want Windows to look exactly the same how it was before, I would suggest you sticking with yellow, and that also helps if any of your icons don't match perfectly, they'll blend in and look a lot better. So I'm going to pick yellow. So all you need to do is make sure you're in that little folder I was still at, then go to 7TSP Windows 10 New Folders yellow.7zip.remove, and you need to right-click it, click Rename, and remove the .remove. Now, once you press enter, you will need to press yes, and the main thing you want to look for is that it turns into a different file type. This is a 7-zip file. If you have WinRAR, it might say a WinRAR file. Don't worry about it, just make sure it doesn't have the .remove. Then, once you do that, go back to your downloads, then all you need to do is double-click on the 7TSP GUI application, then click yes, and it'll pop up with this window here. Just click I agree. You can read it if you want. I'm going to close it because I don't care. All you need to do next is click Add a Custom Pack, go to Downloads, click on the Windows 10 Insider Preview Icons Update 6, what a mouthful, click on 7TSP, then click on the only file that shows up, and once you do that, it will say 7TSP Windows 10 New Folders Yellow. Once you do that, click Start Patching, then press Yes, and your icons will change, which is fantastic. Then once it's done, you need to click on Yes to reboot your PC. And once your computer restarts, you will see this pop-up saying your system has been patched. Click OK, and now if you go into your File Explorer, you will notice that a lot of the icons are new, which is nice. It's just a small little tweak that you get to mess around with. And if you don't like it, I can always show you how to install it in the second half of the video. So moving on, we need to go to our downloads. We need to right-click on Bliss Night and select Set as Desktop Background. And what that will do is now make it look nice and modern, fancy-pantsy. Not a lot has changed, but at least you still have these nice little icons you get to mess around with. They work out pretty well, and any weird icons like OneDrive blend in, which I think is probably the best, personally. And that wraps up the installation portion of the video. If it worked, like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel even further, just turn off your ad blocker when you watch my videos. And if for some odd reason it didn't work out for you, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section or join my Discord and put your issue in the help channel, and I will help you out as soon as I can. Now let's get on to the uninstall portion of the video. There are multiple ways to uninstall this theme. There is the worst case scenario, and we have the normal way of doing it. I'm going to show you the normal way, and at the very end, the worst case scenario. So to start off, to uninstall the theme, go into your File Explorer, go to Downloads, and you need to open up the 7TSP GUI. Once you open it up, click Yes, then it'll say 1 moment please, and all you need to do is click Restore, then click Restore Modified System Files to before 7TSP was used. If you click OK, it'll do all the fancy stuff and remove the icons. But let's say something went wrong. Let's say 7TSP crashed, it's not working, and you're scared and you're nervous. That is completely fine because we have our secret weapon, the worst case scenario. So once again, before you use the worst case scenario, just try clicking Restore, then press OK after you select this option. It'll go through and fix all the files, but if it doesn't, pull out the secret weapon, press the Windows key, then type in Restore and press Enter. Then you will see this window here, the Restore Point window. Click System Restore, then click Next, then click on the restore point that we made. Mine was before Windows, but I spelled it vastly incorrect. Click on that, then click Next, then click Finish, and what it will do is get your computer back up and running before we even made changes to the computer with the theme. So this is kind of like, going back in a save in a game or something. I'm not a super pro gamer anymore, I'm sorry. Anyways, I really gotta play Fallout New Vegas, but I just can't because I gotta keep making these videos, man. Please, someone save me. No, I'm kidding, I'm fine. Love you guys. Mwah.